Hey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. I always tell you, it is still Friday still Friday. Yes. It's still morning on the West Coast, so it might be good afternoon to some of you, and maybe even good evening, depending on where you're joining us. So, as always, I'm asking you to share this broadcast while I share it as well. And if you'd like to be a guest at any time, that's where you will be able to join me live. One second, we're going to share. Oh, sorry, I don't see myself yet. Make sure that I am able to see where I am. My name's Angela McGowan. While I'm looking for myself, let me identify myself. I'm Angela McGowan, your professional healthcare advocate, caregiver strategist. I'm the author and publisher of How to Get Out of the Hospital Alive. What you don't know could kill you. So while I'm doing that, I just wanted to thank you for joining me on today. And I hope that Friday has already been awesome for you, whether it's still morning or whether you have crossed over to afternoon. Okay, one second. All right, so I'm letting everyone know that I am now on live and we will continue. So, as always, we're talking about some important things that have to do with you and your healthcare. And I want to always invite you to be a part of the Powerful Patient Movement. And you can go to bit.ly/Powerful Patient Movement. It's a free membership group, and we are talking more in depth about what's happening to you, your healthcare, and how you can secure those things to make sure that you're always getting excellent healthcare. Sorry, I have a little something going on with my throat, so I might sound a little different. So give me a minute. So always you can get with me, bit.ly/advocate Angie, and you can talk to me. I have a free 20-minute results call because we are going to be talking about results. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're always talking about results. And it seems like I didn't change my banner, but that's okay. We know who I am. Don't worry about it. So let's go back to what we're going to be talking about today. But first, we're going to do our Black History time. And I've been talk to you about some pioneers of Black history, both men and women. So today I want to talk to you about a physician that's making current history. And her name is Dr. Regina Benjamin. Dr. Regina Benjamin is the first Black woman to be elected to the Medical Association of the state of Alabama. After Dr. Regina Benjamin received her medical degree from the University of Alabama at Birmingham, she returned to her Gulf Coast hometown, Bayou La Batre, how about that? And opened a small rural health clinic. For 13 years, she has been the town's only doctor. In 1995, at the age of 39, Benjamin became the first Black woman and the first person under the age of 40, she just made it, ladies, to be elected to the American Medical Association Board of Trustees. And in 2002, she became the first Black female president of the Medical Association of the state of Alabama. She was chosen Person of the Week by ABC World News Tonight and Woman of the Year by both CBS This Morning and People magazine. Dr. Regina Benjamin won a $500,000 MacArthur Genius Award in 2008 and was appointed the 18th Surgeon General by President Barack Obama in 2009. So that's our time for Black history. And so I'm always going to try to focus on those that are doing something, making history, or have made history in the healthcare field. So today I want to do some more reading and talking about an excerpt from my book, What You Don't Know Could Kill You, How to Get Out of the Hospital Alive. And today we're going to be talking about getting a second opinion. Now, in this chapter, I titled it, Doctor, Can You Hear Me Now? Give your physician an annual review. So we're going to just talk about that one part about getting a review. About getting a second opinion. Have you ever felt like making a request of your primary care physician, or any specialist for that matter, was a lot like pleading your case before a judge in a courtroom? You are forced to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with evidence that this is not circumstantial, but submit facts and stats that you deserve the opportunity to receive your request, whatever that would be. Remember, we're doing and experiencing prepaid medical. Here's a few. You like to get an extension of time off from work, change of or increased dosage of a medication. You want a second opinion. You like to have an alternative form of treatment. And my personal favorite, you like to get an exact diagnosis. Patients often receive excuses concerning their requests from their doctor, the office staff, and many other providers using this standard phrase. Laugh, at least when it was said to you, hopefully the provider at least appeared to be genuine. Please take a minute to really analyze this as food for thought. When you are in the room with your providers, especially your primary care physician, the gatekeeper of referrals and authorization requests, and you are revealing your symptoms, fears, and at the end of the conversation, based on the response, or shall I say the lack thereof, you only have two choices. You can believe that he or she really didn't hear my request, or he or she wasn't actively listening to me and couldn't hear the request. You have come to this appointment to get expert health advice on your health care or that of your loved one. You are giving details and examples of what is happening daily, and you begin to encounter the pressure of disinterest to just end the story. The physician is giving you no interaction or any physical confirmation with a body movement that they are listening or in any type of agreement. So you decide to just get out of there. Every time you leave the doctor's office without an answer to your question or the referral for a second opinion for a medical concern that you have requested maybe multiple times, it is like you are throwing up a white flag of surrender about your own health. If you're not willing to stand for yourself and your health, who will? One of the primary reasons that patients most often do not request or continue to pursue a second opinion or any other type of medical intervention is that they do not believe it can make a difference in the outcome. Again, practicing medicine without a license. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you have a definite right to actively participate in your own healthcare. And I say that all the time. If your doctor right now, your current physician, makes you feel they're disinterested, they're not listening, or they have something else more pressing, you have an obligation and responsibility to yourself to get a new doctor. That's your responsibility. That's who you are. That's your position. When you go in there and you are ignored or not talked to or not interacted with, they are letting you know that you are their patient. You're a doctor's patient. But when you change physicians when you are speaking to them and asking them detailed questions, whether they're answering you or not, you are letting them know that you are, in fact, a powerful patient. Remember, I always say a powerful patient is positive, passionate, prepared, persistent, and on purpose about their health care. And so it is your obligation, your responsibility, that if you know how your own body is working and it's not working 100%, and you can't get the assistance you need, then you need to be calling membership services. You need to get another physician, because that physician is not on your medical team. Remember, I told you, your providers are making up your medical team. You've already paid the monthly fee. You may have a copay, you pay for parking, you're getting off from work or making some type of schedule. If you're a caregiver, you may even have to pay someone to help with the person you usually care for. In any event, you've made a lot of arrangements and when you get there to the appointment, you should be able to get an exact diagnosis. We're talking about the big three. You should know the plan of care, and you should be able to actively participate in the treatment options. And if part of the treatment options you want to participate in is a second opinion or referral to a specialist, then by all means, make your request known. And if you are ignored, if it doesn't happen, if you're put off, then you have a responsibility to call membership services and get another physician, because this is your health and this is your health care 100%. Now, you might say, well, I don't know who else to go to. Well, if you are a part of a portal of some of the other private insurances, you can go in and find other doctors in your area or that are associated with a hospital or a practice that you've gone to, and you can read up on them. You can actually find out what they're doing. You can call and see if they're open for new enrollment. And you can get assistance from, as I said, membership services. But if nothing else is helping you, then you can go to bit.ly/advocate Angie and get a 20-minute results call with me. You should not just throw up the white flag, like just surrender about your health, about the rest of your life, whether you'll be living like an excellent life or you'll barely be counting your days, day after day after day, just suffering through. Absolutely not. So I'm Angela McGowan, your professional healthcare advocate and your caregiver strategist, the author and publisher of How to Get Out of the Hospital Alive. And I always tell you, the best way to do that is to make sure you don't have to go in. And if you do have to go in, you will know what's going on from beginning to end before you ever go in. That's your responsibility. That's your duty to yourself and, of course, to those that you love. Now, I want to also invite you and to remind you that on Sunday, I'll be back with Say It Sunday, and I will be talking to Elisa Wilson, and she will be talking to us about her actual stay and the things that happened to her at the facility care. You know, facility care is rehab, nursing home, all of those things come under facility care. And she's going to give us some insight on what she did to prepare for that, what happened while she was in there, and when she got out. It'll be very, very interesting because, as I say, sometimes the plan of care, especially if you go into the hospital, has to do with your recovery as well. If you live alone, you might have to consider going to a rehab. Do you know the rehab your doctor works with or that's part of your hospital network? Have you ever thought about that? And when you do find that out, do you just accept what they're saying, or do you think it's important to investigate? Well, she did a lot of those things, and she's going to share all of that information. That's going to be on Say It Sunday. That's this Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 on the East Coast. So I'd love to have you to join both of us on Say It Sunday. That's this Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, and always, as I end my broadcast, I tell you, blessings and joy, they both belong to you. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.